The madness of today. So today was not a good day. I mean, it was a good day because I didn't have any losses, so that's always a great day. But I didn't have any major wins either. I think I won about 50, $60 max after commission. So it wasn't a pretty fruitful day. But look at the market. Look what's happening. It This is SPY. Obviously, I love to trade SPY. SPY is my favorite, the S&P 500, because it moves fast enough. There's great volatility, and you don't have to keep chasing all the major stocks, right? Because hey, they all fall under SPY. So here's my breakout right here. I wanted to get in right here, hoping that it would shoot up to like 518.40, possibly even 519. So I'm waiting for the breakout to do a cupping method. That's my strategy. It works great for me. But guess what it did? It did not do that. It is fighting to get to the top, but it looks like there's just too many sellers. So here it's trying to do like a fake breakout again. It's like it doesn't know if it wants to go up. It doesn't know if it wants to go down. Also, guys, this is live. This is at 8:20 in the morning. So this is live. So here are some of my indicators. If you look all the way on the bottom where there's like these red and yellow lines, it's really hard to see red and white lines. It's really hard to see the MACD indicator. So if you there are like two lines. There's a red bars, green white bars, and then two lines above that. And the two lines are touching. So the blue line and the yellow line, they're touching. That automatically tells me right there that if they're touching, there's not any amount of support to make this stock go back high. Secondly, I'm looking at the orange and purple bars. That's my volume right there. That volume right there is showing me that orange, there's a lot of buyers. So you see it's going up because it's orange. So people are buying. People are wanting to get in. They're trying to get the profits. If it's purple, it means the stock is falling. No one's really buying. They're all selling. They're trying to get their profits and go. Remember, as retail traders, we're up against Wall Street. They're institutional traders that are buying like 500,000 shares at one point. So the little amount that we do is it doesn't matter. So now look at how quickly SPY just dropped down to 517.92. I'll tell you guys right now, your MACD will never fail you. If you have your indicators set up correctly, so I use VWAP, I use MACD, I use EMA, and I use pivot points. If you set up your chart accordingly, you will be able to make some great trades, and your losses will be minimal. In this case, I already knew it was going to go down, so I know I'm not going to buy near that breakout. So yeah, it's still going. It kind of wanted to shoot back up, and it doesn't know what it wants to do. The only good sign that we have here is that SPY is currently above the VWAP. Your VWAP is your volume weighted average price, which is 517.63 highlighted in yellow. Because it's above that price, I know that there is potential for it to go back up. But because the MACD on the bottom is so low, like it's touching the yellow line to a point where it's about to fall below it, I know that I don't have enough support in addition to my volume. My volume, my MACD, and my VWAP are not agreeing here. So it's not a good entry point. Your entry point is everything. If it means that you cannot trade that day because you really couldn't find a good entry point, guess what? You just can't trade that day. I would rather have days that I don't trade than days that I'm like, you know what? I'm so excited and just so ready to trade and I want to just do something and then I lose. I would rather have no wins than losses, because if you don't win, you're guaranteed to lose. And we need to avoid losses at all times. I will tell you guys that one of the things that humbled me most is I always say like I've lost thousands of dollars since I was like 25 years old trying to do options, because I'm going to make a whole separate video on that so you guys can see exactly the mistakes that I made, and so that you don't make those mistakes if you ever want to just go into stock market trading. The number one reason why I was losing a lot of money was mainly because I didn't understand these charts and I didn't know how to read them. But once I mastered that, things got a lot easier for me. So as you can see, we're just at this stagnated, weird point with SPY that we're just watching it. We're watching the entry point here. I want to make sure that, see, we could have, you see, this is fake. Now, we could get in right here. We could get in right here. But again, the volume and the MACD are not agreeing with us. And so if your chart doesn't agree with your feelings, hey, your feelings are false. That's all I can say. Here I'm just in Robinhood looking up the different option prices to see what my possibility could even be. That thick yellow line on the top is what I ended up highlighting myself. So I figured if it passes that yellow line, then it would possibly keep going up. But as you can see, your MACD never fails because now that blue line, which is highlighted by the number 0.4354, is still below that yellow line. And this next green candlestick started a little bit below the red one. So I kind of look at it like a set of stairs, and in like a human or like a little cartoon going down the stairs or up the stairs. In this case, it looks like it's kind of going sideways and it wants to go down but doesn't know if it wants to go up. So this shows me this is not a good entry point, and I'm holding. I'm just waiting. Eventually I ended up getting in at SPY when it was like down to 517.02. I wrote it up to about 517.50. I bought SPY twice today. I traded it twice, once at 11:30, another like at 12:30, which was like, I'm in West Coast time, so like a few minutes before the market closed, and I ended up winning on both, a total of like 50, 60 bucks. And here's where I actually ended up buying SPY. I think this was like around 12:16 p.m. It had rode down all the way to like 517. And so I rode it all the way down to like 517.02, and then I waited to get in till like towards the end, because I did notice that with SPY, towards the end of the day is when it like the prices just skyrocket, and I ended up selling at 517.50. So yeah, 517.50 I sold. Overall, based on what I've seen on Twitter and online, oh, here's where it dropped, by the way. It dropped all the way down, and then I got right in when it got down to like that 516.99 or 517.02. So this is a good example. Anyway, so yeah, like today was a red day for a lot of people, especially with SPY. So I'm kind of glad that I only ended up making like 50, 60 bucks, zero losses. So it's always a good day. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We will do another recap of the day.